Hello and welcome to the Thursday night recap.
What's up, everyone? This is the Thursday night recap because I did not make it home in time yesterday, and I'm very apologetic about that, Preston. Work got me, and then the cops tried to get me too, and it was not
Oh
a fun
man.
time. But we're here. We've made it all the way to the Eastern Region Finals for RMUC. Preston, I'm excited. This is the last region that we're covering, and we're finishing it off today. And then next month is RMUC, like full international, like everyone's involved from all the different regions we've been watching. I'm excited, man. I feel like we're going to see some really good stuff here, and then we can start to actually talk about like, well, which teams do we think are going to win? We're no longer going to be recapping. We're going to be thinking ahead,
Yeah.
using our brains.
Yeah, and I think the consensus from chat last week was that they'd prefer us to do like next day, um, which
Yes.
is great. I mean, it makes sense, right? Because like if we produce it at 2 a.m., but everyone that is, well, the majority of our audience, it's 2 a.m. for them as well. It doesn't really do anything. So excited to do next day coverage for y'all during those finals weeks. Like Shar said, it'll give us an opportunity as well to break down what teams we expect to do well, a little bit of game mechanics too. And then because we just got off this giant RMA kick, maybe we'll do a little bit of theory crafting for what a North American team would need to do, what kind of strats they would need to adopt, just like we do with RMA, right? When we're talking about new
Yeah,
teams. Um,
absolutely.
so we'll see. Should be good. Should be good.
Should be good.
All right, Shar, you ready to jump into the finals? I have the semis match as
Oh,
well,
yeah.
but tonight we'll just watch the finals. Maybe we'll check out the semis because those teams will also be competing in the international competition as well next week.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that let's just hop right in and let's see what's going on. I know chat has an ad right now, so maybe we give them a second to catch through. Or you can give us your Twitch Prime sub. Well, you can't hear me actually. I guess if you're in the ad to give us the. Wait. I'll give them a second, and then they can hear us afterwards to give the Twitch
Very
Prime
much
sub.
really preaching to the choir.
Oh yeah, just to us, the two people who are already subscribed because we
Yep,
have to,
yep.
because we own the account.
Hey, and look, John's in here. You know what? Dom is
John's in
subscribed
here.
right now as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, remember, chat, if you hit 60 subs at some point, and not by yourself, if we hit 60 subs naturally and organically, we will start competing in RMNA with a standard. Me and Preston will build it, we'll design it, we'll get some other alumni involved just to make it fun, and it'll be awesome and great. Anyways, I've ranted enough. I think ads are done. Let's go ahead and get started, Preston, whenever you're ready.
All
Oh, we got
right.
the face cams during this. Awesome. I get to have my live reactions.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
everyone
you
gets
do.
to know now that I just dead wall at the video the entire time usually. I do love the B-roll footage they run during RMUC. We really need to work on our ability to have B-roll footage, I think, for
Dude,
RMNA events.
their B roll's great. I've been watching, so MSI is going on right now. Oh my
Mhm.
goodness, John! Thank you so much for the tier one
Thank you,
sub.
John. That's so
It's
awesome.
appreciated. Hope you appreciate no ads. You know what? I feel so much better about no ads because we do 3 days a week content. Like they
Oh
actually
yeah.
get some no ads time.
Yep.
It's
They do
totally
get
worth
you
it for
do
the
get
week
a
of RMNA as
lot.
well. But
Oh yeah. You get a lot of value out of the rep channel Twitch Prime. I do agree.
we're trying. We're trying. Okay,
Trying our
so
best.
I've been watching MSI
I
this
gotta get
week.
the Google Translate.
No
Yes. Watching
spoilers.
MSI.
Um, but it has changed what I think of when I watch, right? Because we just came off of RMNA, and I'm thinking production for content for RoboMasters. We have the two teams going up against each other. Let me move our face cams a little bit for you.
No worries. I was too slow on the Google Lens, as I always am. Chat's aware at this point. Shar will never make it in time with the Google Lens. I will always catch it the second time around it pulls through.
But all I was gonna say about the MSI is they had like triple pauses yesterday.
Mm.
Someone's mouse was broken.
Oh
That's why I have
no.
these up. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna hide us. I'm gonna hide us.
Hide us for now. Tongji University in the left red, this otherwise known as Superpower. On the left side of your screen, they were the 2023 Central Division top 32, and now our Eastern Division instead, also top 32. So not a team we necessarily see often getting to the finals by any means, but very solid still. And then Hero, the Harvard Institute of Technology in Weihai, Hero. We've seen them before, I believe, in RMUC. Yeah, they were top 32 in the national competition twice in 2023 and 2024. Uh, And so, yeah, we're gonna have a really interesting here. Superpower versus hero is like some sort of. It feels kind of poetic that these two are up against each other. Wouldn't you agree, Preston? It feels a little. It feels a little interesting. It feels a
Yeah,
little
and I
poetic
think
there.
I think Hero is from the same university as iHitter.
Yes, this is the way high version of it. So
Yeah,
it's kind of like UT Austin versus UT Arlington, I believe. Is
yeah,
what the
same university
difference is
system,
there.
I guess.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But yeah, exciting stuff.
Is that top four for 42 millimeter projectiles fired for the blue team Hero?
Yes,
Oh,
that is
that's gonna be
top
so
4 for
confusing for the
fired.
Hero.
Yes, for the hero's hero, that is top 4 average 42 bullet firing rate per round. Their accuracy is a little bit subpar, in my opinion. We've seen some 30% is where the top teams usually lie. So a top team hitting at 25 is a little bit less than I would hope, but it's not like bad. It's still hitting shots. It's going to be interesting how they come about this. Look at that engineer stats, though. Average exchange economy 1271 by itself, a pretty solid number. Top 7 in the region, top 5 in terms of number of cubes exchanged, and top 4 in terms of the average exchange time. Average exchange times explicitly pretty interesting in my opinion. That's one of the better stats for sure. 7.9 seconds is very, very short. And then finally, it is second place currently for the highest amount of exchange points gained in the entire region. That's that 2,908 number right there. So what 1 point it got 2,908 total economy throughout the
Dude,
entirety
look at
of
its like
this
freaking
region.
backpack too. What is that?
I have no
That
clue,
was
Preston.
gorgeous.
We could scroll back a little
I'm
bit to
gonna
see
scroll
it.
back a little bit. Look at, I mean, just the aesthetics for this cover on the side panel.
Oh yeah,
For Superpower Engineer, I'm assuming that's what SP stands for. They've got this dope logo on the side. It looks
that
like a
is really
laptop
cool.
case almost. That's just
Yeah,
super clean.
really clean design. I mean, all the robots, you can see the Sentry and the Hero over there as well. Very clean looking designs from the superpower
The
side.
the Sentry was super weird. I
Hopefully,
liked
get
it.
a
Like weird in a
easier.
good way. Extremely innovative.
Yeah,
It had a gap in between the chassis and the head of the robot. I'm sure we'll get a look at it because this is a best of 5. So we're gonna
yeah.
have at least 3 of these setup periods to get a look at the robots and the different teams competing. You can see that Sentry that I was discussing right there with a huge head and then an air gap in between the chassis.
It's very
Really, really
interesting,
interesting.
honestly. We've got a slight technical timeout here, but we're counting right back down in 10 seconds to the match start. I'm actually curious, RMNA fans, do you guys like the best of 3 system we do at double grand finals instead of just this one best of 5, or do you prefer the best of 5 that RMUC does? Just kind of popped in my mind as we're going into this match.
I wish that grand finals was always best of 5.
Yeah, even with the reset or the possibility of a reset, I guess.
Yeah, I think
Mm,
even with the possibility of reset. Three, two,
2, 1.
1. Bring on the
Turn on the
bots.
bots.
Team Superpower versus Team Hero.
How fast Heroes Engineer, that's not going to get confusing, is coming out to the center point. They're incredibly quick to get there.
Yeah, they've got 3 arms up and ready.
Already Superpower's drone putting a massive amount of damage on the outpost. Look at how many shots are landing. That's a solid accuracy from Superpower's drone there.
Yeah, 2 different strategies. Superpower's drone going for the outpost, aided by the Hero there chunking through that thing. Team
Already at
Hero's
half health.
drone opting to chunk out some of the enemy team robots. It actually sends the Sentry all the way back to base before turning its attention to the outpost.
Pointing out Resident 4 in the corner. They're
Oh
looking to get a
my
peek, maybe a
goodness.
dive on one of their teams.
Look at the red outpost.
It's
They
almost
started
gone.
later. They spent that time firing at the Sentry because they knew they didn't need it. They've melted the outpost.
My God, it's gone already. That's that hero, the hero, if you will. Aptly named for that team.
Absolutely incredible. The blue hero is now taken down though.
And the red sentry also takes down the blue standard. So blue is also about to lose their other standard. Both standards
Gosh,
taken down
a
by that sentry.
bloodbath on
My
the left side of the
goodness.
map. 2 blue bots and 1 red bot all going down at what I'm calling the red side hero point.
And you will see that the red standard in the bottom right corner got a bunch of levels from that because levels are shared between the standard and the sentry there. And so now is peeking the blue side, absolutely waiting to get a nice little dive kill there, probably on the blue hero.
Yeah,
That
this
sentry is going for it again and knocks it out again. Blue standard didn't even get a chance to leave.
this blue sentry's been completely, I mean, just taken
And
out.
they're
Now red standard 4 is going to come finish off the kill, but this it was the aerial, it was the drone as dart flies across the map, won't connect, but it was the drone for the red team superpower that was able to chunk through that blue team sentry health.
the
Both
blue
teams going to
standard dropping
reset. That was
off.
a lot of early kills. Not a lot of objective focus, frankly. The drones took down the outposts. All the ground bots have just been skirmishing nonstop. As we see the red team's hero with 19 projectiles trying to change that narrative, lining up its shots at the base.
Yep.
First is a little low.
Superpower does have a lot more base control and just general
Second
map
connects.
control.
Let's see if they can keep that going. There it is. They've got it dialed. The blue team will have to mount some kind of active defense.
Here they come. Blue Standard 4 making a huge play, getting back behind the sentry and starting to attack the red hero. Is it going to work? No, it's taken out again by Red Standard 3.
Blue Standard 3 now revives. He's
I don't
trying
know
to
if he's
make it
going to
out,
make
but it's
it.
continuing to get chunked down by the red sentry. He makes the turn,
And he
but
gets
has to pop back out behind that corner and is taken back out by the red sentry, doing a great job defending this hero.
Blue Standard 4, however, does revive next to the red hero and is able to take it out. Is now running back towards.
Did they have
its
to
own
pay for a
base.
buff? How were they
They
able to
did
launch
pay for
projectiles?
they paid for the instant revive, which allows you
That's
to.
why he's at full
Yeah.
health and able to launch projectiles.
Yes.
Blue Standard 3 now, again in contention with Red Sentry. But you don't want to be there. Trying to body block using the enemy team's engineer is a very interesting strategy. As Red Standard 3 and Blue Standard 4 in a confrontation at the top, it'll be won by Red Standard 3, chunking out that Blue Standard.
Get away. Red
What the
Standard
heck?
4 is just chilling in the bottom right, collecting ammo and collecting health and resources and just waiting for the blue hero to make any move. They completely locked down the blue hero. The blue hero is unable to get out of the base, essentially. If it tries, it just gets destroyed by the Red Standard 4. I love the positioning here. And no one's coming to contest him.
No, and I agree with John too. John calling out how awesome it is. This right here, this Red Sentry defending, taking out Blue Standard 3 so fast. The Blue Standard's hopefully learning from this first round. Is Red Standard 4 just gonna add insult to injury, take out the Blue Sentry? You cannot go in to try and backdoor the red hero. That Sentry is playing
hero
defensive.
shot counting as one, but the next one will
Great
count for
job.
300. And there we go. Get Red Standard 4 continuing to get. This has become an econ battle. Red Standard 4 is diffing the entire blue team just because he constantly has projectiles being fed into him by that engineer. Look at the difference in econ. It's 2,125 to 1,325. That's almost a 1,000 difference. That's huge.
If this hero can land just 2 more of these 300 damage shots, if they can open up the base, Red Standard 4 can really start to chunk away.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. The base opening up. Darts launching across the field, though. Team Hero needs these to connect if there's even a hope. 2 minutes left. There's still plenty of time, but Red Standard 3 getting another kill on a Blue Standard 4. Top side of your map, that Blue Sentry probably in a position it's not happy about.
Oh my gosh, look how fast the engineer's coming out again.
Now both of the Red Sentries on the enemy side of the base, killing in the fountain, just in the enemy team's base, both at full health, both level 10. Chunking through the base, chunking through the enemy bots, running out of projectiles, but really projectile availability, the only thing stopping Superpower from winning already.
And not for long, as 700, as that money is being spent, and you're seeing that the standards are collecting more ammo. There goes the drop for Red Standard 4 as well. It's standing right next to that plate. He's about to have a ton of projectiles to be able to melt through it. And there we go. We're seeing it go through. 300 health, 200 health, 100 health, and that's going to be game.
Round 1 to Team Superpower.
Wow. I'm Preston. That engineer is so goated on the red team. Were you watching how fast he was going back and forth?
Look, the engineer did great. The engineer did great.
300 gold, Preston.
But we got to call quick for MVPs. You think it? I mean, I think it's going to be I think it should be the Sentry. Maybe it's going to go red team, med team standard 3 or something, but I think it should be the red team Sentry.
Red team Sentry for sure should be MVP. I mean, that Sentry was like, there was no chance for the red hero never left the position that it took up for sniping once the Sentry was defending it. Neither blue standard could get in to attack it. No other blue team could even try. The blue hero was completely locked down. We're seeing the stats here. And this is what I meant about oh my goodness, the damage differential, Preston. Look at that number, 11,900.
17 kills. I mean, honestly, they're coming up against mathematical limits for how many times you can kill your opponents in a match because they're just the revive timers. I mean, they were killing them in the fountain.
I do want to point out this Red Center 4 positioning is so smart, in my opinion. They knew they were going to have the econ difference. They were able to keep resupplying it, so it never had to go back. And it just stayed there as the Sentry got it levels. and then was able to lock down the hero the entire time. That was all the Red Standard 4's goal was just to lock down the enemy hero, make it not even possible for them to continue forward with their objective pressing. I love the vests, by the way, from Superpower. These are awesome vests. Great job to Red Standard 3. Absolutely, like,
Yeah.
well played by this robot. I do think the Sentry was really supporting a lot for both standards, and I mean that's kind of the point of it. It's supposed to be that it's supposed to be that early game like uh, differential between the two standards and help
Check
them get
out
up to speed.
check out these tiny wheels in front of that front armor panel. This is how
Absolutely.
Red Standard 3 is going off that edge so slowly. Now first in its region, I assume for total damage dealt during a match.
Oh yeah.
Um, an absolute menace, but I love their willingness to just stick those little wheelie wheels on there, right? That was something I was missing this year in RMNA. I was wondering where those were. Like, why didn't teams just put a little sissy wheel on their bot so that they can get up and down from the curb without flipping? Um,
Yeah.
Costs you
I think
nothing.
the I think the curb was just not particularly um I think that the curve was not particularly like advantageous in RMNA, but obviously in RMUC, incredibly advantageous. You really want to be able to get on and off of it. And obviously, we saw it with how fast the standards are moving around the field. Being able to go like just jump off essentially made them all. Both teams have really maneuverable robots. I think that's a really solid thing to talk about. Looking at the blue engineer, not as clean as the red engineer, obviously not as better as not as good stats either. But like, jeez, man,
I
these
mean, it's
engineers both
close
really
though. I mean,
solid. It's
obviously, it's a
close,
little bit
yeah,
slower. I think the econ in game one was actually quite close, considering how
really,
many kills were on the board. Blue team being able to keep up at all on econ and
yeah.
not just have their engineer just hunted down when it tries to get resources was quite impressive. Um,
Yeah.
the red hero and the red sentry. I'm very, very interested to watch Superpower go further into the international finals bracket to see how this strategy of using your sentry defensively, how that matches up against what we typically see from these top teams, which is having an offensive sentry that goes to harass or kill the enemy team's hero.
Yeah.
Also, that 180-degree swing arm for the hero's scope, absolutely wild.
I agree. The hero in general was pretty accurate, actually. It was pretty solidly getting the objective it needed to. I can see that it's not their main line of like. I think defending it with that sentry was really smart. I think that that keeps the hero in play a lot longer. The superpower hero is able to actually get some more shots off in general. Um, but yeah, oh man, Preston, I'm just in
Yeah,
awe at that sentry though.
it did great, and I think you've properly identified that Team Superpower's strategy is more of a buy time for their team's hero, let him do damage over time. That 30% accuracy acknowledgement, right? 20%
Yeah.
accuracy acknowledgement.
They're aware.
Um,
They know it's hard to land those shots, and but they're
mhm.
giving themselves the best chance. I think this is the exact thing I say about playing to your champions, playing to your heroes, right? Playing to the actual robot physical capabilities you know you can do, instead of trying to shore them up with some other extra engineering or something, right? Just play with what you got. And I think that the fact that they have a really solid sentry in order to complement that, incredibly smart decision by Superpower. And I think that's the reason why they won that match. We'll see, however, if
Three,
Hero can adapt
two,
in two,
one.
one.
Bring
Bring
on
on
the
the
bots. Round
bots.
two in a best of five between Superpower and Hero for the top spot in the Eastern region. All right, let's see if Team Hero can shake things up, can change things around. The drone for Superpower doing a little bit of chip damage onto the engineer before focusing onto the outpost. I assume we'll see something similar to round one. We have that outpost rush. Let's see Red Standard 3, Red Standard 4 back at it again. If hopefully they're able to make the mental adjustment. It's tough going from a level 10 to a level 1 bot as Red Standard 3 gets chunked extremely low, almost taken out, has to retreat, but it is a Blue Standard 4 that will fall first as first blood.
Red 4 also is watching that blue hero, getting good vision as well. That's another thing about this positioning
Look
for
at the
Red
blue bot at the
4.
top left of your map. Blue Standard 3 now pushing into the tunnel, making it, poking in, pulling
Both
back out.
outposts almost down. It'll be Superpowers that falls first, but Heroes will not be far behind. I say that in commentators curse it as it does finally come down.
In game one, there was about a minute-long lull now before teams started focusing onto the bases. We'll see if that occurs, and it probably won't, as Superpower picks up right where they left off in round one,
However, look
launching
at that
projectiles at
tunnel
the base. Blue Standard 3 playing some harassment, forces Red Standard 3 back.
and does knock out Red Hero as well.
Yeah, this is really smart. If you play on the tunnel side instead of coming on the far side, that sentry will have a much harder time defending the hero because the hero will body block against the sentry.
Absolutely. Good adaptation by Hero here. Blue Standard
Ooh,
3 and
Blue
Red
Standard
Standard
3
3
hiding
having an
behind the
engagement.
resource island. This is really clever. I don't know if he's going to be able to get out, though. Death comes from above. Red Aerial taking them both extremely low, and Red
Almost
Standard 4 there to finish off the kills and take the XP. He'll
knocks
get the
out Blue Standard
double
3, but is he going to get
kill.
out? Is he going to get out, though? It doesn't look like it. The Sentry is going to take him out, I think. Blue Sentry getting involved as well, deciding I'm not the bad Sentry here. I'm just as good as the other side, and taking out Red Standard 4 before he can get away after getting those double kills. But still a good trade. You got 2 for 1. Not bad at all.
Yeah, level's still extremely even between the standards on both sides as the hero from Superpower starts landing shots on the base. There's 900 damage. Really good accuracy with those first 3 or 4 shots. Fifth goes wide. Is Red Standard 4 now level 8, I believe, chunking through the blue hero, forcing him back to the base, taking him out right in front of the fountain. Wow. I mean, the accuracy in round 2, so much better. They've got it dialed in. They can land 2 more shots. It will open up the base. 1 more. There we go. 2,000 HP, and now the lower armor panels exposed.
And just as soon as the armor panels are exposed, Red Standard 4 does get a resupply drop as well. Now holding on to 95 projectiles. It's going to go in for the final kill, I think, Preston. However, both blue standards are coming in to harass the red team. Everyone is there now.
Oh, man.
Red Standard 3 is going to get the first kill, it looks like.
Yeah, Blue Standard 3 surviving way longer than I thought he would. Red Hero falling extremely low. Can they really get the kill? If they can get a kill, it'll make it all worth it. Blue Standard 3, Blue Standard 4 extremely low.
No,
the Red Hero makes it. The Red Hero makes it at like 2 HP. I don't even believe that was a full multiple of 10. That was so low.
That was so low, Preston.
But Blue Standard 4 also makes it out? What the heck? Did everyone just run out of projectiles?
Everyone make it out. Yeah, everyone made it out. It looks like Blue Standard 3 ran out of projectiles. Blue Standard 4 still had a few, but maybe it just resupplied.
I mean, it could be purchased projectiles or physical projectiles, right? I mean, that was just crazy. Now the Red Standard 4 choosing to use his projectile shipment to just kind of harass the enemy team in the base, keep them distracted. They have a lead, so this is a really smart play from Red Standard 4. Blue Standard 3 using the ramp to get back into that same position. But again, looks like a replay of Blue Standard 3 chunking through the hero, ignoring the damage he's taking. He's able to chunk through. Blue Standard 3, Blue Standard 4 take out Red Hero. Blue Standard 3 will pay for it with his life, surely, as he's sandwiched in between. And Red Standard 4 finishes off the blue hero on the other side of the map. Blue Standard 3 can't move, can't get out, but Red Standard 3 out of projectiles, not able to finish off the kill. It'll be up to the Sentry for the red team.
The Sentry's taking him out, but does he leave? No, he didn't quite get out. I still like that play, though, Preston. I'm realizing that Blue Standard 4 would get in front of the Sentry to distract it, essentially, while Blue Standard 3 took out the hero. And I think that's a really smart way of using both standards to take out that hero. Yeah. And the fact that only one of them got taken out for it, I think is a really solid play.
Blue Standard 4 revived, takes out Red Standard 3, gets into a small skirmish with Red Standard 4, but is forced back. Really, I mean, much closer on kills and damage this time from the blue team. Blue Standard 4 makes taking a questionable play. I don't think you wanted to do that.
Engagement? Why?
Oof.
That right there might have just sealed the deal for Hero, as Superpower now has full control of the map and no contest from either standard. Blue Standard 3 just now reviving. Blue Standard 4 will take another 45 seconds to be able to be active again.
The Blue Hero Team Hero much closer in kills, much closer in damage this round, but haven't taken a shot at the objective. Red Hero switching it up. He's been taken down too many times at that top side tunnel, now firing from the bottom tunnel. He's going to have to dial this shot back in as the first couple shots go short. There we go, back at it. 4 of those rounds will finish off the game. Only 2 left in the hopper, though. 499 HP left. Round 2 definitely going the way of Superpower.
Yep, Blue Standard 3 not able to. Oh, Blue Standard 3 does take out Red Hero before it's over, but the red standard is getting a resupply drop. I think it's going to be over either way, Preston. As Red Standard 4 gets the ammo.
Blue Hero's making a push. He's getting chunked down, but he's fired 7 projectiles. Won't matter as he's taken out, and Red Standard 4 finishes it off.
Oh, runs out of projectiles right at the last second. 29 health remaining.
It's the drone. The drone for Superpower is trying its very best. So long shots.
It's landing a few shots, and each has landed 3 more. 1, 2.
1 more.
1 more.
Oh my gosh, this is so dramatic. The whole resupply just for the hero to fire 1 projectile. There it is.
Standard takes it. A bit of an anticlimactic ending as the Red Standard ran out of projectiles, and then the drone and him together had to work to get that base destroyed. but a lot better showing from Hero this round. Absolutely. I think they're a lot closer, like you mentioned, and not just econ and damage and kills, but they
Where
didn't make
was their
any
hero,
progress.
Char?
They didn't make any progress on the objective. Exactly, Preston. I think Red Standard 4 was just too much. It was just too much for
Just
that
sitting
hero.
at the exit of the base and just chunked him down every time he tried to leave.
It like they never prioritized taking out Red Standard 4. Like, it feels like they forgot that he was there the whole time. And so I feel like the adaptation Hero needs to make, because look, they got more econ this time. They did decent damage, not as much, but that Sentry is really putting in a lot of work there. Um, yeah, I think that the answer here is that you need to send your two standards to do a little bit of a loop de loop around and cut off Red Standard 4 from leaving, and then try and see if you can take him out before he's able to chunk your hero down. Like without
Yeah.
that, you're never getting further in the objective. There's no chance for you to win. You're just like prolonging yourself from losing.
The gold was exactly even. The 17 millimeter projectiles fired almost exactly even. Really, it was just the fact that there were like 40 more hero projectiles launched from superpower.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the right call is. I feel like their standards have to be aggressive and harass Red Hero 1, or they'll just lose super quick. There we go. Justice for my boy. Red Sentry getting the MVP.
Absolutely deserved. I love all the signs that Superpower's teammates are making. We saw the OK earlier. Now we're seeing
Well,
this
it was a
like little.
3. It was a 3 earlier, Shard. They're
Oh, it
doing the
was a
numbers for the
three.
robots. Now this is a 7.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're so smart, Preston. I didn't
Thank
even
you. Thank
realize.
you.
I was like an OK side. I get that is three. That
It
makes
was
sense.
3. I think it's a
That
really
makes
neat
sense.
thing. There's a lot of individual robot pride, especially once you're on a team that's building 7 robots, right? Like your team
Oh
gets
yeah,
huge, and so your identity becomes more about your individual bot than even just what kind of bot you build.
absolutely, absolutely.
Chat,
I
what's your
think that
prediction? Are they going 3-0? Is it going to be a 3-0 superpower sweep? I'm going to
I think
actually
Hero can bring this back. I personally do believe that Hero can bring this back. Yeah, there is going to be so chat. If you're not aware of how the best of 5 works, it's going to be a 10-minute break that's given to both sides, just to give them a second to like recoup. Robots take a lot of battle damage. Obviously, they're not made for this long endurance test, and so you might need to repair some things here and there. Uh, and so we'll be on a tiny little break. You'll see on the left side of your screen, they're just showcasing some of the match highlights, and on the right side of your screen is the actual field getting cleaned up. But yeah, Preston, I think Hero can bring this back. I personally think Hero can bring this back. Oh, do we want to put a little Twitch poll out or a Twitch prediction, perhaps?
yeah, I'm looking. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Working on it, working
Predictions.
on it. Colonel John saying if they hadn't taken a full minute to get down the tunnel, they wouldn't be in a 4,000 base health disadvantage. I think you're absolutely correct, John. I think that was part of it as well, is that their standard just like positioned poorly. And then the standard took that engagement with the sentry for no reason. You've already got the objective you came for. You took out the hero. Why stay? Leave. Go and heal up. Get some more ammo. Come back so you can take him out again. You're like, if you want to stifle the bleeding, you can't cut your own arm off. YouTube chat says hi. Thank you, YouTube chat. Glad to have you guys around as well. We got to see the hero squared. I like that. Hero squared. Actually get some effective objective damage, or this is an easy sweep. I think it's doable. I think the big thing for me is that those standards are just placed wrong, and that makes it so the hero can never get out of his base. I feel like that hero cannot be that much worse than the superpower hero. It just needs to be supported better by his standards. His standards are not playing with him at all. He's stuck in the base. He's unable to get out. They're not coming to help him at all. But she can't at a
Okay.
level 1.
Okay.
He's not
Look,
leveling up
look,
either, though,
look, look,
Preston.
look. This is a lot of hate at the although so this bot is freaking sick. But that let me hop on a soapbox here for a second. I
Hop on
think
your
the true
soapbox.
difference between these two teams is the functionality at maybe not functionality, but the role that the sentry is playing. What
Yeah,
is the blue sentry doing? In
it's
my
just kind of
mind,
sitting
it's
there.
kind of just floating on the top half of the map. It got a kill or two this last round, but they're not influential kills. The red team is using there to defend the hero. To offset that, the blue team has to send both of their standards to take down that hero, which means there's no standards left to deal with red standard 4. I think if the blue sentry was doing what the red sentry is doing and was defending their hero, the red team would not be able to just send one bot to attack that blue hero.
Yeah.
So I think it is a strategy. I think it's a strategy difference around sentry use that we're seeing between these two teams. And I don't think the blue team has identified a strong strat. Either their sentry needs to go attack so that they don't have to send both standards, or it needs to defend so that they can have a hero that like can live and do stuff. But right now it's just kind of sitting in the middle, and I mean, Team
Yeah.
Superpower is not even going for the central island for gold cubes at the beginning. Like the Sentry isn't even denying gold. I think the blue hero Sentry just isn't doing anything impactful.
Yeah, that's also true. I think that it's so much harder though to adapt that because that would require like a large code change probably for that team. So I'm thinking like in terms of actual adaptation they can make. I mean, unless they already have it, in which case, yes, please send it
What I'm
out in like a good
saying.
moment. But yeah, I mean, this comes back to your point in RMNA as well, where you're like you're hoping that next year we see like sentries that adapt to different teams. If I'm playing the
Yes.
UW sentry, for example, I probably want to be more aggressive versus if I'm playing the VT sentry, do not engage that thing. It's terrifying,
Bro, I want
right?
a team to walk out with a freaking floppy disk that has a post-it note on it that says top secret finals round CV code instructions, and they slide that
Why on
sucker
a
into the bot.
floppy disk?
Yeah.
I mean, sure. I guess if someone wants to make a floppy disk to do that and maybe cover like what 2 kilobytes of data total in their CV, which flips like one boolean true. Like, yeah, I guess you can do that. I feel like that's probably. I think you know what I think actually. You know Baymax, right, from Big Hero 6.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If they take like the red module and they plug it in and it makes it like attack mode all of a sudden, it gets like super
That's
aggressive
what
and
I'm
angry and mean.
Yes.
That would be hype
Yes.
actually. I see the vision.
Precisely.
I see the vision. I see the
That's the
vision
vision.
indeed.
I want teams to be able to draft their sentry code. I want them to swap out different strategy codes, or you could literally just have a toggle switch though. Like you could
Yeah.
run one code that way you don't have to go reflash stuff and be like, oh my goodness. Um
If I'm a coach and I get 10 minutes in a grease board, we are coming up with a way to punish the sentry defense strat. It may not work, but we're gonna try. I
Sean, you got
mean,
10 minutes and you don't have a grease board, but you have a chat and you got 5 other people in chat with you, and you've got me and Shaur, and you've got YouTube chat who's definitely going to be involved. So let's come up with it, because I think we actually have like 5 minutes. If
yeah.
your
What's the
team
strat?
hero, what's your locker room speech? Shaur, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second. I'll go second. You go first,
Okay.
Preston.
All right. I think my locker room speech is, all right, guys, we're down to the last round. Match point 2-0. We've got to win this next round. We have to shake things up. Y'all did a great job round 2. You got a lot of kills. You showed that there's not a robot performance or a driving performance issue. It's definitely a strategy issue. We need to adapt. Our first changes didn't work. So here's what we're gonna do. The outposts are falling at basically the exact same time every time. Um, we need our hero to be able to fire. The red standard has come on the bottom edge every game. So what we're going to do is we're going to be there waiting. And if we can get a kill on a red standard 4 early in the game, we won't care about the first 2600 damage to our base. The first 2600 damage, let it happen as long as we do some damage. Right now our hero has not been able to fire. We need to defend the hero. We need to make red standard 4 question if he's allowed to come over on our side. We kill him once, we kill him twice, he's going to be an inter. His team's going to be like, yo, what are you doing? You're feeding. Stop. And then he'll have some hesitation to just coming down across the ramp and chilling in our base. I think that's the play. I think you have to put some fear, some trepidation. You can't let Superpower play their game. If you let them play their game, they're going to win. You need to throw some roadblocks in there, change some things up. That's the strat I'm going to push. What do you got, Shaur? What's your strat?
I okay. So my locker room speech would go something like this. All right, team. We're down to round 3. We're gonna bring this back all the way to round 5, and here's how we're gonna do it, team. We're gonna send the 2 standards to the bottom after the outposts go down because they're going down at the same time. The drones got it. The heroes have got it. They're in position. Go down the bottom path. That's where Red Standard 4 is coming every time. We know he's gonna be there. We see him. Take him out while we're on our way over to start fighting and harassing their hero. We're not going to go down to the hero's level because that sentry keeps taking us down. We just need to harass it enough to get it out of position. Taking the kill is nice, but we just need to make sure it's out of position. We have at least similar, if not better, accuracy than their hero. They take a while to take our base down all the way. The point is to get the most base damage we possibly can. And so together, I think we play a little bit more aggressively on our side as opposed to going to their side to try and make them stop. We should start playing our own game. Superpower will have nothing else to do with us, and we will truly emerge the heroes of this match. That's how I would put it, Preston. I'm in the exact same strategy boat with you. But yeah. Anyways, chat, if you have any disagreements with us, please let us know. Let us know what your strategy is. Maybe you're seeing the things that we can't even see. Maybe you're seeing into the matrix. You're like, actually, this is how hero can win this all.
I do hope Hero wins the next round. I want him to go to 4, maybe
I would
5.
love a 5. I'd love a game
Um,
5 for sure.
I mostly wanted to. I mean, as and we're back. That was the break. That was the
That's
locker
it.
room time. Char, also those balancing bots,
Oh
insane.
yeah. Absolutely amazing. They're doing really, really well. I think in general, all the robots that we've seen so far have been super solid.
I
Like
meant
there's
the
nothing,
ones
there's
from
not,
the
there's
ads. Did you see the balancing bot with the
oh yeah,
giant
the
wheels and
big
the?
giant wheels.
Oh my
Yeah, yeah. The
gosh.
one that's like dancing and like basically doing a break dance in the middle of the
Yeah, it can
field.
move
Oh,
up. It can move
absolutely.
down. It can step upstairs. This red hero is so tiny. I mean, it fits underneath the bridge. I bet. It's almost as low profile as the standards. Is that bottom stat number of projectiles hit from like the hero sniper position?
We're about to find out. It is maximum number of deployment hits in a single game. That means like in the deploy zone, which is the
Yep.
sniper zone. So yeah, absolutely.
All right.
That's an amazing
Superpower
stat,
round
by the
script
way.
has been very formulaic. And hero has allowed it. Yeah, 100%. Get down bottom. Get red standard 4 off script. 100% agree, John. 100% agree. I think we're all on the same board. Let's see if hero has identified the same issue. It's honestly why I wish for best of fives in RMNA and why I like him so much in RMUC is as the game
Mhm.
becomes more strategy intensive. I think
You get
having a
more
longer
time.
break where they can talk to the drivers, it's not just make the robot work, switch out a battery, like on a 2 minute sprint.
Yep.
2 minutes and then a 10 minutes and then a 2 minute prep period is so much time, right? Like
Oh
you can
yeah.
you can pull up the stream on your phone and you can scroll back a minute and be like, dude, look, he's just sitting right here
You can
every
also just
time.
watch both rounds back to back because it's 10 minutes. So you
I
got
mean,
exactly enough
technically,
time to
yeah.
watch both. Yeah, I'm just saying like you can definitely get a lot of information in that time period and talk to your team, get hyped up, think about it a little bit more. I do agree. I think that my ideal scenario, and this is going to take so long if it ever gets to this, is grand finals and grand finals reset both are best of fives. I would love that. Incredibly taxing. That is up to 10 rounds that you play in grand finals if it happens. But it's kind of hype though. No?
Yeah.
Kind of
No,
hype? Am
I'm
I
down.
cooking? I'm down. I'll commentate for 2 hours straight for this
Or even if
one.
there was just like a best of 5 and then if there's a reset, it's like a tiebreaker and so it's a best of 3 or something, like it could
Oh, that could be hype. Yeah, yeah.
like
I actually like that as well.
the grand finals resets only like a small number of rounds. That way it's only
That's a good one.
8 rounds potentially instead of 10.
You're
But
cooking, Preston. You're cooking.
we are
You've
currently in the
come in with a
Eastern
good
Region's
chicken.
RMUC Grand
And
Finals for the
finals.
region. Round 3. So this is match point for Superpower in the red. Dominant showing for round 1. Round 2 was much more contested, but still, I mean, still heavily in favor of Superpower in terms of the objective focus.
Grand finals best of 7. Colonel John, I think you might be cooking a little too hard there. Maybe we went a little too far. That's too many rounds, man. Anyways, the referee system is initializing. We're seeing the hype. We're feeling it in. Can Hero bring it back and get a third round out on their side, bringing this to a game 4, or will Superpower truly power through and destroy them in
3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1? Bring
Bring
on
on the
the
bots.
bots.
All right, check out
Engineers
these
so
engineers.
quick.
We haven't talked enough about them this round. They're doing their thing. There's
They're
blue
both
engineer
so
2 going to the
fast.
center island. He knows he's going to get pinged by the red drone. Doesn't matter. He's going to grab
The
some gold
rollouts for
cubes. That
both
red engineer's going to
teams.
grab some silver cubes. All right,
It
here's red
does look
standard
like
4. Will they change up the strat? Will they show some harassment? The blue sentry in a good position chunks red standard 4 down to half. Both outposts are falling. Red standard 4 in his comfort zone. No one's messing with him. The
no one's messing
sentry's
with him
trying.
yet.
This is going to be the pivotal moment for me when this blue hero tries to leave the base. Does the red standard, who's just chilling, leveling up off of the merits of his buddies,
Blue Standard 4 is coming over there. And Blue Standard 3 is not far behind. They're going to get an engagement.
or is the blue hero non-functional?
The Blue Hero?
Oh no, this is worst case scenario. Red standard 4 now defeats blue standard 4 in a 1v1. Blue standard 3 pushing up. Can't get up the ramp?
What
Oh,
is
no.
happening? Oh
Team Hero. And now
no.
the
Team
health pack coming in
Hero.
for red standard 4 just in the nick of
And it
time. It gets
levels
there.
up.
The level up keeping him alive. It's playing sustain level 7 to level 2. Now level 5 coming across for that blue standard 3 as he wins the confrontation.
But Red Standard 3 comes in instead. It takes in the place of Red Standard 4, so it didn't even matter. They traded at best, which is not what you want to do when you're already 2,700 on your base health. The red hero was not even touched this round. A dart coming through. That would have just been a little bit more salt in the wound. Oh, Preston, I can't believe that they threw that. They should have gone in together. Why didn't they go in together?
I
Why
don't
was the other
know.
one coming from that side and couldn't make it up the ramp?
And I don't know
Oh,
what's going on with the blue hero, but if the blue hero is non-functional, it's superpowers to take, and take it they will. While all that little skirmishing was happening, only in the first minute or two, the hero for superpower has chunked away exactly half the health of the base.
still got 28 projectiles as well to work with. He can definitely take out the rest of it pretty easily here. Red Standard 3 has now taken the place of Red Standard 4. They have just swapped standards as the Red Standard 3 had come up from behind, knocked out Blue Standard 4. And you're stuck now. You've essentially you're
Red
in the
Standard
same
3, Blue
position you
Standard
were
3 in a
before.
confrontation, though both falling extremely low. Look at it, levels coming across for Blue Standard 4. But
Red
it's
Standard
Red
3
Standard 3 by
wins!
hit absolute
Does
hair.
he
He'll
get
take the
away?
kill in the 1v1, will get taken out by Blue Standard 4. But again, going 1-for-1 and then distracting the other standard is all you need for Team Superpower. It buys so much time for your hero, and it's all your hero needs. One more shot will
One
do it.
more shot.
Superpower are your Eastern Regional Champions.
Preston. I'm a little upset, Preston. I'm a little upset. Preston, can you tell me why I'm upset? I feel like you know why I'm upset.
Char, why are you upset?
Because the strategy would have worked if they had just both gone in and just doubled up on Red Standard 4, and then they would not have one of
Well,
them wouldn't. Well, if you had gone in with Blue Standard 3, Blue Standard 4, and knocked out Red Standard 4, you would not have Blue Standard 4, who was at like 1 health, getting knocked out from behind with a sneaky kill by Red Standard 4. It was. John is right. There's only so much you can do if you can't win the team fight. I get it. At the same time, at least make it a team fight. Why was he by himself? Why couldn't you go up the
bruh,
ramp?
look, their hero wasn't moving. They had no, they
Yeah,
can't do
that's
anything
true.
unless they land all 4 darts and then pull off some crazy weird standard strat.
There was nothing going to happen. We didn't even
Round
see
3
Hero
was
launch a dart.
superpowers from the beginning.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. This feels like a. Is there an RHITers in the chat? This feels like a don't turn on the sentry moment to me, where I'm like, if the hero was working and if the sentry was
Yeah.
working, there was a chance. But alas,
You think during the 10-minute break they made some goofy mistake with their hero, because it was totally
had to
functioning.
have
Round 1,
been.
round 2, it
Right?
launched projectiles, it
It was
drove
moving.
around, it didn't do any damage to the base, but it was doing stuff.
It was trying to get out of out of its reload zone, but yeah, this round it didn't even
Maybe they
move.
literally just
Well,
mentally defeated their opponent. Maybe they were so tilted that they like crashed out and broke their controller.
it did move to the resupply zone though, so I would be shocked if it like crashed then and
Yeah, but
there.
it
That's
never
unfortunate.
purchased projectiles. It didn't move. It didn't leave
Yeah.
the zone.
Yeah, I don't understand what that game time decision was for if it was a game time decision. I like to chalk things up not to necessarily failure of the robots, but to like thoughts and strategies. And I assume there was something we're missing there in terms of like what the strategy it was supposed to be.
Let's
But
go. Let's go take a quick little peek. Let's go take a quick
let's
little
take a
peek.
quick little peek here. We got some time. Why
I
not?
want to see. Well, all I really want to see is at the very start. I want to see if
Mhm.
we can catch what happens. Oh, too far.
All right, so the hero gets there.
It's driving. You can
It's
see it on the
there.
mini map.
Yeah.
Look, the blue hero is down at the bottom.
Okay, it's moving over there. It gets to the resupply zone.
It drives a lot.
And then what does he do? He's in the resupply zone. He's still in the resupply zone. He's
And
not
then
purchasing
that
projectiles.
this spot right here doesn't move. I mean, like he's twitching, but doesn't move the rest of the game.
And doesn't buy projectiles is the biggest thing. Was his RFID broken, you think? Is this RFID gate part 2?
Could be that the RFID. I mean, if I feel like if your RFID was having issues, you'd move to the back corner.
Right
So you weren't in
there,
everybody's
right there.
way.
If they had just gone together. Oh,
Yeah,
it was
so
theirs to
close. Blue
lose.
standard
Preston.
4 losing that
I do gotta
confrontation was
say,
rough.
Red Center 3 waits here right, realizes, oh, like they're communicating for sure, right, and is gonna come up and take out. How did you lose this twice, by the way? Because Blue Standard 4 is the one that dies here, no?
Oh, well, the health pack comes in, and then
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah,
level
now
advantage,
Red
and then
Standard
the
3
level
comes
up
in.
comes. Yeah.
Look at this. What a sneaky. It was waiting. It was ready to pounce like a tiger. Oh, beautiful play by Red Standard 3. Both
Yeah.
Red Standard were really, really good. I do have to give it to them. They played really well together. They were really smart about the way they played. When they finally adapted to Red Standard 4's strategy, not only did he just diff them in general, but when they both went in, Red Standard 3 was right there to pick up the slack. Like it was absolutely amazing intentional movement from both standards, great positioning.
I need to do
There
some
was no
more
path.
RMUC research on who makes the calls for like the power ups, because those were also
Mhm.
super clutch. That
Oh
health
yeah.
pack that dropped in for that red standard, but then the blue team also Hero using the auto revive on blue standard 4 to try and like finish off the kill. It didn't work out because the health pack, but like both teams calling in those air supports at the right time was just, I mean, a beautiful expression of what the RMOC is trying to do with RMUC. It was
Yeah.
great. Super, super love. All right, Shar, I have a short question of the day for you today. It's a tough
Ooh.
question, so I don't know if you're ready, chat. I would love y'all to answer as well. Here's the question. What the heck do you want to do next week? So, in like a month, and not even a month, in like 2 weeks,
Mhm.
we have RMUC International Finals. It's the last week of July, first week of
Woo!
August. It'll be tons of stuff for us to do. Honestly, probably the week before that, we'll only stream like 2 days or something, because we're going to be streaming pretty much every day for international finals. Be
Oh
super
yeah.
hyped. It's going to be a ton of content. Love it. Very excited. So next week, in this weird in between RMNA and RMUC finals, we have a lot of options because it's rep. We can do whatever the heck y'all want.
Man, what do I want to do next week? You mentioned MSI. I wouldn't mind learning League of Legends, what's happening, if you wanted
Oh,
to cover some of your
Char,
favorite MSI matches. I mean, we are
Char,
robotics
Char.
esports. I'm just saying I wouldn't mind. I don't know
It's
anything about League
yeah, but
essentially.
it's like if your friends came up to you and were like, "Hey, man, you want to? I don't know. What can I say on Twitch without getting demonetized?"
Ah, ah, ah. Very little.
Well, look, you do. I don't want to teach you League of Legends. It
Please. You
it's
know
a
what? That's fair.
disease. Stay
I
away,
don't
Char.
necessarily actually want to learn League of Legends. I was just offering it in case you were interested, because I would not mind going through melee stuff if we wanted to at some point. But I think next week, what do I want to do? Maybe what we do next week is we like just cover some of these finals we've watched and do some like predictions and stuff for RMUC, or maybe we do it the week before, like because it's 2 weeks out.
Yeah, week before we could look at the bracket. We could look at all the
Yeah,
teams.
yeah.
Maybe watch some highlights from each team.
Basically, do
Look at
like
their
a
robot
pre-show
lineup. We
version.
could do a deep dive into the international finals bracket. That'd be fun.
Yep, yep. We could do like a pre-show essentially for RMUC. I think also the other thing we could do if we want to start this Terraria Let's Play, we could just start doing a
Yeah,
Let's Play
so
maybe.
I
Could
was
be a fun thing.
thinking, what if we did like variety streams on Tuesdays for a
Uh
little
huh.
bit? That way, or not Tuesdays, Mondays. So that way, because right now we're doing Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. Sunday and Wednesday
Yes.
are going to be heavy robotics esports content. So it's going to be RoboMaster stuff. We might do some combat robotics stuff. We might do some
Mm-hmm.
just technology or esports stuff. Um, John,
So
I would love to find some more robotics to cover. We're trying to stay out of like the high school robotics space.
yeah, we like to cover the stuff that isn't already like covered everywhere else. Is the
Yeah.
thing. We want to
So
be that unique little location you come to where you're like, my niche hyperfixation robotics tournament. You want to become Formula One streamers? You want to do sim racing, Preston? We
oh
can do
my
sim
gosh.
racing.
Oh
I've
my
always
gosh.
wanted to become a sim racer. I would love to. It
That week,
costs like
Shaur and Preston get like really into Robo Souls and start speed running Robo Souls games.
that'd be kind of hype actually. Can we become the best RoboSouls team in the entire world? It wouldn't be that hard, right? There's like 7 people that play and it's all our friends. So
So here's what I was thinking. Here's what I was thinking. If we can
hit it with me.
find some awesome robotics content or technology content or esports content to cover on like let's say Sunday nights.
Uh-huh.
And then Monday nights we do some variety content.
Works for
And
me.
then Wednesday nights, what if we hear me out? Hear me out. Whoa, Shar, don't say no yet. Calm
I
down.
haven't
Calm
even
down.
said anything.
Calm
I'm
down,
sitting back
Shar.
because
Don't
I'm
fight it
feeling
too
like you're
hard. Let
gonna
me
hit me with
explain. Let me
something.
explain. Oh my
Explain
goodness.
yourself.
Chat, talk this man down. Look, what if Wednesdays we started the RoboMaster Let's Play, but I'm not spending a dime until we hit the 60 subs? But we could
Man,
get, I mean, like, because my part, I could get so far, Shar. You and I could sit down. We could talk about what bot do we want to build. I need some input before I start the hardware, which I think is an important discussion to have because I think what happens on a lot of teams is the hardware team sits down and is like, we're going to put some wheels and we're going to put some springs and we're going to put some slip rings and we're going to make it jump off jumps. And they don't
mhm,
consider how many boards does it need to have inside there? How much electrical space? Are we doing supercapacitors? Are we doing
absolutely.
swerve drive? Are we doing mechnum wheels? How
Are
much
we
pitch
doing
range should it have?
supercapacitors?
I mean,
You want to
yeah,
get Matt on
so
this?
many
Is that what I'm hearing?
considerations from a mechanical and a code and an electrical point of view. And so I think we could get like weeks into, I mean, like a normal RoboMasters team. I'm not buying motors yet, but I don't think we'd need to for like, especially if
I
we're just
agree.
doing Wednesdays.
Oh yeah, I agree. I raise you. I raise you. We do start that up, but not next Wednesday. The Wednesday after the finals of RMUC, and instead next Wednesday we do Robomaster game design stream because we keep saying we're going to do it,
Mm,
and we
there
haven't
it
done
is.
it yet. And it's right after NA, so we can think about it. We can talk a lot about what we're doing. And I also have to submit some proposals to the RMOC about the field changes. And so this gives me the ability to do work while I'm also streaming. And so I'm like,
Hey,
I'm
hey,
all down for
actually,
it.
if you already submitted that paper for a different class, you can't use it here.
I haven't submitted it yet. I'm going to make the paper in this class and then submit it to the other class.
You can't use this paper in the other class if you wrote it for this class. Yeah, John, exactly. So a lot of Roadmasters teams take a whole semester before they need money, and for us, that's probably going to be closer to like 6 months.
Yeah, because
Like
we
I
have
know what the
full-time
heck I'm
jobs with
doing,
our
which is
two
good, but
people.
I'm working on it way slower than a real Roadmasters team. But I'm
Plus,
excited. I started thinking about the Let's Play. I started chatting with some alumni. I work
yep,
at a
yep.
place where I could build the bot, which is nice. I've got mills and lathes and CNC machines and like
Mhm.
welding equipment, and I've also got access to free carbon fiber. Like I have all the things that I need to build it. So
Yeah.
except for the expensive parts, the
If
motors
you
and
can
the
CAD it,
electronics.
if you can CAD it, I can very easily throw it into some simulations as well and make it really fun there. And we can do some real good like simulation stuff.
That'd be
It could be
great.
fire,
All right. See,
right?
this is great.
There's a lot. We could do a
All
lot
right,
before
all
we
right.
even
I'm
touch
gonna put it on
hardware.
a Twitch schedule. Chat, get excited. Sundays we're gonna be doing some awesome content every week. It's gonna be RoboMasters, robotics, esports, something like that. Mondays is gonna be variety content. If you can tune in, you just want to hang out. We'll do some streamer games. Would love to do some like get you all
Oh,
in here. We'll play some Dipio or some
have you heard Peak?
what?
The game Peak. Have you heard of this game? It's
No.
really cheap on Steam. Oh my goodness, it's so fun, Preston. We got to play Peak. We're gonna play
Heck
Peak.
yeah.
That's what we're doing. Hell yeah.
Dude, we got options. We got
We
options
got
on stack. And then
options.
Wednesdays, we'll start the RoboMasters Let's Play, where Char and I will design a bot. All of that starting the week after comp. Next week, tune in. We'll be here. We'll be doing some game design stuff. We'll be doing a variety stream on Monday. We'll be doing some RoboMasters content and some other robotics content on Sunday. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you had a good week.
Catch you guys.
Bye.
Bye.